How to live debt free. Itaewon Sammy here. Hey guys, how's it going? Another Saturday, no, sorry, Friday. Another Friday afternoon in Suwon. This is my last class for my junior education program. So the 3-month term ends today, and I'm not continuing teaching, but I will be moving into administration and HR starting next week. So I'll be traveling around to all of the centers and doing reviews and coaching and mentoring the teachers that are currently teaching and marketing. Also because it's a 3-month program starting in December, and I'm taking all of January off, so I wouldn't have been able to work anyway. So anyway, what are we going to talk about today? We're talking about how to retire rich. Well, or how to live debt-free so that you can retire rich. Because if you're constantly paying debt, you can never dig yourself out of that hole because you're working to pay someone else. And therein lies the key. Don't work to pay somebody else. So where to begin? First thing, cut up those credit cards. I have not had a credit card in 12 years. When I was in Canada, up until 12 years ago, I lived a pretty exorbitant lifestyle. I made a lot of money. I was making 6 figures. But, I lived in too big of a house, buying vacations I couldn't afford, buying things I couldn't afford. My house was 1,800 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 3 floors, 2 floors plus a basement. Didn't need that. It was just me and my wife, ex-wife. So, you could, you have to decide what is important to you. Do you want to live a good life today? Or do you want to live a good life tomorrow? And that's what it really comes down to in today's world, is that, I've learned in 50 years of living that there is always another party. There is always another event. There is always something more to do tomorrow. And the truth is that as a young person, you can get by with less. As an older person, when you're 80, you need more. You need stability. You need comfort to live a healthy life, healthy long life, or comfortable life. So, I'm finding out these days that my age is catching up to me. I'm not as, the old saying goes, as the old saying goes, I'm not as young as I used to be. So, getting back to this, how to live debt-free. Cut up that credit card. Don't live on a credit card. It's the worst thing you can ever do. Don't buy a car. Don't have loans. Now, when it comes to rent or mortgage, I'm not 100% in agreement with the old saying that it's better to buy than it is to rent. So I'm going to say right now, in my case, in my scenario, renting is better. Because you can save more. You can save more money. And you rent a small house, a small place. What do you need? Especially if you're living in Korea, you don't need a lot of space because you go out a lot here, as opposed to in the West where, you stay home. Here it's a very social culture, and you go out and eat, and you go out and you can hang out in a coffee shop for 4 hours and there's no problem. You don't have to buy anything. Whereas in the West, you have limits. So that being said, cut up the credit card and reduce your spending. You know, live a very frugal life. When you don't have a credit card, you don't buy things on a whim. You know, you have to save up your money to buy something, like vacations. Now, personally, I overspend. You know, I'm going to spend $5,000 on a vacation when I could probably only spend $1,000. But it's a reward that I want for myself. It's a gift. Don't eat out. Don't do delivery. It seems comfortable and easy. And what actually you should do for food, because that is the biggest waste of money. You buy all this food and you keep it in your fridge and you never eat it, and then it goes to garbage. I used to waste 60% of my food going to garbage, trying to eat healthy. Salads and vegetables and mushrooms and, you know, garlic and ginger and all that stuff. It just goes to garbage because you don't eat it. So unless you're really, really strict and you like make the food every day and you prep your food and blah, 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 and do all that, you know, wonderful stuff, then great, go ahead. But what I do is I have a food preparation company that delivers me dinners. So they deliver me dinners to my home. It ends up costing me about $10 a dinner, or 10,000 won. Now the food's all prepped. It's huge portion, and the 4 basic food groups. You got the multi-grain rice, the vegetables, and the meat. No carbs. Well, sorry, I don't really know, but anyway, it's so healthy, so delicious. The company I use here in Korea is called Champ Kitchen. So they deliver 6 meals, 3 on Monday, 3 on Wednesday. Sunday's my cheat day. And it cost me 61,000 won. It's about $60. And that's delivered. The food is prepped and in a Tupperware. All you do is throw it in the microwave for a couple minutes, add a little bit of salt and spice if you want. Give it a little bit of kick, and there you go. Get rid of snacks. Oh, I haven't eaten chips or soda pop in a decade. You know, that stuff eats up your money. Popcorn, that's my only snack I have in my house. Water with lemon juice. I love it. I live on that stuff. I absolutely love it. There's an old saying, you know, do something for 10 days and then it becomes a habit. And it's those 10 days that really hurts. So try it. If you want something, budget. Save up for it. I wanted to buy a computer. It took me 6 months to save up the money to buy this computer. Motorcycle, same thing. I saved up the money to buy it. I'm planning on buying another one in the spring, and I'm saving up the money to buy that. I've budgeted. The other thing is, build a budget. It's all fine and dandy. You say, oh yeah, I'm going to spend this amount of money on food. And then you figure out, oh shit, oh crap, I overspent. If you don't know how much you spend, you can't save. So you need to write everything down. I have built an Excel spreadsheet with macros. It's so easy to do. Just figure it out. Just go on Google and figure it out. And I just type in what I spent money on. Food, miscellaneous, like, expenses, gas, transportation, groceries, entertainment, rent. I know what my utilities and everything are going to be approximately every month. I know what my rent is. I know what my transportation costs are. The fixed numbers you can do easily. It's those floating numbers. And if you set a budget and you stick to it, you can see where your money is going. I actually know to a roundabout number. I know exactly how much money I'm going to have. And I've projected till June 2020. That's a year and a half out. I know exactly where my money is and where it's going. So I know where to save, where I need to increase, right? If I'm going on vacation and I want to go and spend money on vacation in a year. I have my vacation tentatively planned for 2 months. I know exactly how much money I have to earn between now and then to pay for that vacation, and then have money in March of 2020 when I come back to Seoul. So it's all planned. You need to write it down. I think that's another key point. Cut up the credit cards, live frugally, and write everything down. If you write a contract to yourself, like a budget, you can't cheat and you can't forget. When I started doing my budget 10 years ago, I never realized what I spent my money on. I can go back now and see every penny I spent. What else? Don't have children and don't get married. Although some people say that's a good thing because you share expenses, but you end up spending more, I feel. Don't buy anything new. I mean, I found this amazing clothing store, and the clothes are amazing, and they were cheap, like $10, $25 for a jacket. Now, I mean, the quality may not be 100%, but we're just talking about clothes here. Shit's gonna run out. Now, if I'm talking about nice clothes, your suits and stuff, yeah, you spend money on that because that's something that's gonna last you for a long time, a couple years. Gym membership, don't do it. Just buy some stuff at home and find a Google app and follow along and just do that. Those coffees, oh my God. You can spend over $100 a month on coffee. Do it at home. I'm carrying coffee in my backpack right now that I made at home. It's perfectly the same. Just those little extras. Yeah, and number one, car. I mean, gas, insurance, parking, maintenance, all of that stuff, it just adds up. Get rid of it. You save yourself so much money. Yeah, so I think the main thing here is credit card and then taking care of a budget. If you know where your money's coming from and where it's going, you can see how much you can save. And if you can become debt-free, like I've been debt-free for 8 years now. About 2 years after I came to Korea, I became debt-free, and it's so great. I don't have to work. I work because I want to buy things. I work because I live in a very nice apartment. I live in 1,100 square foot apartment, 3 bedrooms that I don't really need, but I like it. I have, a couple motorcycles because I want them. I spend money on vacations because I want it. And I save up the money to do that. And my next blog I'm going to put up is going to be, retirement plan, how to retire. So this will be, the next one will be a continuation to this one. So I guess that's it for now. Itaewon Sammy, living life in Suwon. Itaewon Sammy, out!